you all are doing well. My topic for today is going to be CAAPID application, how you can right now apply to CAAPID and get ahead of the cycle and save so much more time. And that will be so much important for the school that are on rolling basis and the school that focus really on the applications that get submitted earlier. So if you're interested in that, or if you're one of these applicants, please keep watching. So let's go ahead and start with the first thing you want to do. Even though we are in November right now, what you can do is you can go ahead and make an account with CAAPID. And that goes even if you haven't finished your TOEFL yet, even if you are planning to take your, let's say, MBDE within the next couple of months, and then you are planning to take your TOEFL maybe by April. It doesn't matter. It will not do anything to you. You will only save time. So what you can do, like I said, you can open an account with CAAPID and try to fill as much information as you can. You can fill like your personal information, your experience. Make sure you order everything required by the schools. It's mostly gonna be your ECE report, your MBDE scores, your school transcript. So make sure you order that through CAAPID and you will save so much time. And once you're done with TOEFL exam, you can submit that later. The only thing you don't really have to worry about is your letter of recommendations, since they are not they're not carried over from one year to another. So even if you submit your letter of recommendations, it will not really help you unless your application is full. So you don't really have to worry about recommendation letters. And once you're done with filling, you will notice how much information or how much time you're saving when you actually open an account with CAAPID. There's just so much that you have to fill, and it honestly takes too much time if you are planning to do that in March when the cycle opens. So being prepared beforehand and just having extra time to actually do these things before even the cycle starts, that will be a huge step in your application. Now, once the cycle closes, and that is going to be probably in March, you won't be able to access your account anymore, and that's totally fine. In March, once the application reopen, you will open your account and something will pop up on your screen. Now you have to focus here. You have to make sure it's going to ask you if you want to retrieve all the information from last year, and you want to make sure you're clicking on yes. So make sure you're reading that box clearly and you're focused and you say, yes, I want to take all the information from last year and carry it over to this cycle. And by this, you have saved so much time. Now, the second tip I have is about the recommendation letters. CAAPID usually asks you for 3 recommendation letters. One of them, most schools are going to ask you to have one of these recommendation from the dean of the dental school you have been to. It doesn't have to be, even if the current dean doesn't really know you, it doesn't matter. The second letter is going to be from a faculty, and the third letter is preferred to be from a U.S. dental experience. So if someone you have shadowed with or someone you have worked with. And there are actually criteria for the recommendation letter. So before you go ahead and ask for a recommendation letter from the people you want to write you one, make sure you go to the school website. You can open the school and open the programs they have, and then go to the program they have for the international dentist, and then click on how to apply. And they usually have the requirements for their letters. So make sure you read through. This process honestly also takes too much time, and if you are able to finish everything beforehand, then you're only gonna have to focus on your letters. And if you also talk to your recommenders before time and make sure that they understand the process and they understand what is going to be required from them to do, that will help you a lot when the time comes for you to submit the letters. Now, the third thing that you want to have to finish is your personal statement and your CV. For the personal statement, I would really suggest that you do it from your own heart, and you understand every word about it. I understand that there are many people that takes professional help with their personal statements. This is a very important part of your application, and this is one of the things that if you have a great personal statement that really represents yourself, then you will have a very high chances in receiving interview. So my suggestion is go ahead and start writing your personal statement now, and keep like editing it until you finish, until you reach the final result. You could ask for professional help, but I, it has to come from you. It has to be a true reflection of you, who you are, and what you want to do in the U.S. I know a lot of people will say, I just became a dentist because I thought I needed to become a dentist, or like maybe for, like they say that they don't have story, but I'm sure everyone has a story. You just have to write down everything and see what you would like to share and what you'd like to talk about. Now for your CV, you can actually go to the school websites. Most school has CV format, and it's preferable to use these format rather than something from Google, because it's more professional. And make sure you're using just a basic format, black and white color, and something basic. So have this ready as well, because I mean the CV takes so much time. Mine took, I don't know, it took me like a month to actually write it. I just kept adding things, and I did put my CE courses in my CV as well. I placed them in my CAAPID application, and I'm gonna be talking more about how I did that. But I also made sure that I mentioned them in my CV as well. So the last thing is actually the continuous education courses. CAAPID did remove that section some time ago from their website, so you can either put it with the other information, or if you have a continuous course that has lasted for 3 weeks, let's say, and it's hands-on, then you can put that in your experience. For the online ones, and for the ones that are only for 1 hour and 2 hours, it's better not to put them in your experience, just because they will mess everything. It will be kind of disorganized. I feel that because there are gonna be so many, so if you have like so many, make sure you add them somewhere else. You don't want to mess your application and makes it look not very well organized. Now, the final thing that you have to get ready for is the supplement applications for the school. This is something you won't be able to access right now because the cycle hasn't started yet, so you won't actually be able to understand the questions that they're going to ask or things like that, and that will take time. But what you can get ready for is, most schools are going to ask you for either your school transcript, your mark sheet, and your dental diploma. These three has to be translated in English, and if they're not in English, then they have to be translated by US certified translators. The other part is that you also may need a notarized copy of your dental degree. So I would have like 2 maybe extra copies notarized, and then have your papers translated and ready for any school that will need copies of them. Also, some schools will ask you for a passport size photos, so you can go to either like Walmart or CVS and have maybe 5 or 6 copies, passport size, professional pictures. Also have those ready for the supplement application. Now, one thing you can do is you can go ahead and go to the school website. They have the information for what they need on their supplement application, but in general, most schools will ask you for either one of those things that I have mentioned before. So that's it for the CAAPID application. If you do have another information that you would like to share or something else that could help other people that I did not mention, please be more than welcome to leave a comment below. It will help so many other candidates, and that would be so much appreciated. And I hope this video was helpful for you guys, and I will see you next time. Thank you.